Hello everyone, it's Ngozi. Welcome back to Ejima, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my 6-month update. Yes, I cannot believe it. It's been 6 months since I moved to Houston, Texas, and this is going to be my 6-month Houston, Texas update. Alright, so if you're interested, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into it. Okay, so when they say time flies, it really is not just a cliche saying. It's really true. Time flies. I cannot believe it's already been 6 months. I feel like I can remember like it was yesterday, getting on that plane, signing that lease, leaving my hometown, New Jersey, and coming to Texas, Houston, Texas to be precise. And 6 months, I feel like, is not the longest, but I know a lot of people do these type of updates just to have a understanding, an idea of like how I feel about my move as of now. First, I'm going to be talking about my apartment. If you haven't watched, I'm going to link below. You know, we have a Houston, Texas playlist, so you all can just go through all the videos. You all have been showing some of the videos a lot of love, and I appreciate it. But I didn't see my apartment before moving. All right, I came back from Nigeria in January. I didn't want to take another flight. I've been to Houston like maybe I only went to 3 times previously. I looked at apartments before when I came last August. I had an idea of where I wanted to stay. I had a friend here, a couple of friends here, but a friend that was helping me, so I knew like the areas I was looking at. And I pushed in all the videos. I really would highly suggest seeing your apartment in person before moving. Nnena did the same. You know, she did a virtual tour. She never saw her apartment before she moved into it, but you know, it's like I know we're in a virtual world now. People are working from home. It doesn't mean that it won't work, but for my example, I feel like if I saw my apartment in person, the pictures look nice because the actual apartment is updated. It's not new, it's not luxury, but it's updated. I don't think I would have went for it. And I think number one is because where it's located is like located like around a bunch of trees. And I think that's why I have one of my biggest issues, which are these bugs. I spoke about this in my What I Wish I Knew Before Moving to Houston video. I got a lot of comments, a lot of suggestions. I've tried some things and it's just like it will work for a couple weeks, but I'm tired. I've never seen cockroaches until I moved to Houston. So that I know people want to be smart, want to have jokes. It's not a cleanliness thing. It's not about I clean a lot. I'm ask anyone, ask even then. I'm type A. I do a lot. Even my mom would say it. I do a lot. So it's not about a cleanliness thing. It's these old apartments, the environment, the heat. I don't know what it is, but I'm just tired of seeing roaches. I've had pest control here about 4 times. I even think I'm getting bit by like some other bugs. Like so I want to start off with number 1. I'm trying to get another apartment. I'm trying to move. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I was calling them all day today. I'm trying to finesse it because I don't want to pay that 1 month's rent. So if I gotta, you know, get a medical note, whatever, but like it's really affecting my quality of life. I can't do it anymore. It's been 6 months. I was gonna be like, oh, just write out another 6 months. No. I know, like, you can look at it both ways. It's only 6 more months, but it's another 6 months of annoyingness. Like, and it's not like my rent is dirt cheap. I feel like if I was experiencing all these things, I was paying like $900. But okay, well, let me take the L. I know my rent is cheap. My rent is not expensive, but it's not cheap. You know, it's $1,500 2-bedroom. It's not cheap. I mean, for some people, not just and it's not a luxury apartment either. So don't think it's not $1,500 and I'm getting like some luxury apartment. No, it's just an old, updated apartment. You know, with the amenities that I need. So that's my really big one, y'all. Number 1 update. I really want to get out of this apartment. So I've been doing some research. I found a few I like. I'm going to start setting up appointments for this month and just really try and see some things. You know, August is going to go by quick. I'm thinking about whether to move in September, October, but I'm not sure. But I will keep you all updated, and we probably will have some content coming out. You know, some apartment tours while I'm doing all of this. The areas I'm really looking at, that's another issue too. Not just my apartment. My area that I'm in is nice, but it's a little too suburban for me. Like, my friend is very close to me. She's from Houston. She suggested, and even like my other friend suggested the area too, but it's too, like, I feel like I'm in New Jersey, like where my mother's house that I left. Like, I kind of get that same vibe, and it's like, I don't want that. It's nice for people to have families and, like, you know, mature people, but like, I don't want to live somewhere and feel like I don't want to feel like I'm in the suburbs. I understand safety is number 1. I don't want to be in downtown. Trust me. I don't want to be in the hood. I don't want to be in a city area where I'm feeling unsafe. No. But like, there's a middle ground. So like, I'm looking at like Upper Kirby, Greenway, Galleria, Post Oak area. But these prices, y'all, and I just checked again last night, and things are definitely cheaper, because when I was thinking about moving at first, it was like June, May, and like it was for the summer, and the apartment price, I just shut it off. I just closed on ID and said, okay, I'm gonna just try and get some other stuff to get rid of these roaches, because the pricing was wild. But now the price have definitely dropped. I even noticed that last year when I was looking at apartments in August, I even saw better rates for October and November than I saw in the February that I moved here. So people always think, oh, wait till January, Feb. That's not necessarily true. I feel like it's really based on the school year. Once kids are in school, a lot of people slow down with moving. So, most people move during the summer, even if they don't have kids, because they don't want to, it's just an easier time. People are more available. That's people take vacations. It's just an easier time to move. So if you can avoid like June to August with moving, prices start dropping significantly. Like I was seeing really nice apartments for some prices that were like a couple $100s more a couple months ago. So that's my number one I want to get off my chest. I am considering moving. Number two, social life. All right, y'all, I told my friend this earlier this week, and my sister and my cousins, going out in Houston is an extreme sport. All right, it's an extreme sport. I'm telling you, I've been here 6 months, and I feel like sometimes I haven't done that much, but I look back at things I've done or places I've been, I'm like, wow, I have done. You know what I mean? So it's like a give and take. I just feel as though, especially if I moved and my location was a little closer to things, it would definitely motivate me to go out more. But in terms of going out, there's a lot of factors, right? Okay, moving somewhere new, you're making friends. I've made a couple of really good friends, like cool people, and I do have a couple of people that I can always hit out to go out with, a couple of friends. So that's not necessarily the issue for me. The issue is the energy. All right, you're going out in Houston. Let's say you even want to go out to eat. You got to get a reservation. Some of these lit spots that very known spots, I don't want to say the names, but like people come here and they're like, oh, you got to go here for brunch, you got to go here for a day party. You gotta RSVP. You gotta put down a deposit, non-refundable deposit when you RSVP. It's just too much work for me. Like I could wake up. The type of person I am is like, I don't like pressure. All right, so I can say I'm going to do this tomorrow and wake up today with like a stuffy nose and popping vitamin C and like I'm staying in my house all day. That's how I operate. Like I am a planner, but I don't like to over plan. So you telling me to come and bring a $250 deposit, not including tax and gratuity and extra per anyone over this many amount of people, $50 extra. Like it's too much. It's too stressful. Like it just turns me off. Like for real, honestly, it turns me off. And that's how a lot of places in Houston are. Mind you, do the RSVP or section. It's like, everything in Houston is a section. I've never seen something like this before in my life. Everything is sections. Then upon all of that, you will drive there, you will pay for parking. That's the one that blows. Like I would never get used to it. It grinds my gears. You will pay for parking. Then some places will even charge you entry fee on top of the money you will spend in the vicinity. Am I desperate? Is it that I don't have things to do with the money? I'm sorry. Like I'm not saying I'm not going to go out. I'm going to go out when those type of things. I know when I need to do them, but I'm not pressed. Like it's too much. I'm not saying that's all there is to do in Houston. That's not what I'm saying. There's a lot of things to do. But I'm talking about for people who may not be that integrated into community, into like, social, those type of things where they're always getting invited to stuff. They're still trying to find their tribe, find like their community, the things that are easier to plan, like things like that. And you may have the people to go with. Like I said, that's not necessarily the issue. It's just the energy. It's just too much. Like going out in Houston is expensive. Like I don't know how people do it. Like I really don't know how people do it. Like everything it's just people. They just do too much. They do way too much. When I think about all the energy I have to put in sometimes, I'll just put on my TV and watch YouTube. I have so many shows, so many things I want to do that I don't even have time to get to. Like I'll just be like, Ngozi, don't force it. I don't like forcing moves. Another thing, I want moves that are organic. I don't like forcing moves. I don't like forcing going out. And then also too distance wise, because the things are so far. So like for example, like I went to Charlotte last month, July, and it was a dub. July 4th weekend, we were going a bunch of places. Like even though we didn't really end up going anywhere, everything was so close to each other, and there was no parking fee. There's no even the charge entry fee, we just ended up not going. And like I said, I don't mind paying to enter, but I feel as if when you're paying me to park, you're paying me to enter, I just feel like you're ripping me off, and I don't like that feeling. But here is like, you kind of have to know what you're doing. Like Houston is so big, things are far. you're paying everywhere you're going to park. Like, you're not about to just be jumping around going to 5 spots trying to find out the move. No, like, it's not that type of place. Like, you need to kind of be, you have to be a little more strategic. And I feel like that is what turns me, like, if I don't have a clear-cut idea of what I want to do, I just be like, Ngozi, sit at home and relax. And honestly, I won't lie, like, making friends in a new city is not the easiest thing to do. I really put myself out there, and I have made a couple of really good friends, like good people, and like honestly, people ask like, where do you make friends? And you know, it's hard because a lot of people work from home, and I've never really been an advocate of making your closest friends at work, to be honest. Nena won't come and argue with me on this, but it's never really been my thing. I just feel like it's like they say you don't kiss where you play, whatever that saying is. Like, I feel like it could be a little some blurred boundaries. But where I have made friends moving here is like at events, like social events that are like very catered to specific like niche. So, you know, a lot of people you're going, they're either in the same industry, you have some of the interests, maybe some same cultural backgrounds. I feel like it makes it easier to meet people that you may quote unquote mesh with. And I've made a couple of good friends on Facebook in groups and stuff. So that's the only reason I honestly have Facebook, because the Facebook groups, like, they hold it down. But I'm open to making more friends, meeting more people, and just, you know, just having like a good social circle. And it takes effort. Anything good in life is going to take effort on both ways. But I won't lie, it's not the easiest thing to make friends in a new city, especially as an older person. Like, you're not in college anymore, you know, you're not in grad school. It could be difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, in terms of driving, I got an easy tag, yay! So I'm proud of myself. So, you know, I'm not a entry-level Houston driver anymore. I believe, like, I'm pretty familiar with at least I-10. I don't know about the other ones, they get a little confusing. 610. But I don't know if I mentioned, but I was seeing a personal trainer in downtown, and I was driving almost an hour sometimes in traffic. So that was really stressful. Like, honestly, I didn't, like I said in my what I wish I knew before moving to Houston, Texas, I did not know the traffic here was that bad. That was a miss on me. I just assumed it's the South, the roads are so wide. When I visited, it was during the pandemic, so maybe, you know, people weren't driving so much, people were at home more, but this traffic is crazy. Like, it is wow. So that's something I had to get adjusted to. Gas prices are going down, so we're happy about that, because at a point it was over $4, and I was like, what is going on? Last time I filled, it was $3.60 or something. So I'm happy about that. And this is my first time paying a car note when I moved to Houston, so I think that's something I'm still adjusting to. For some people, they may be like, oh, it's not a big deal, that's a part of adulting, but like, I'm not used to that, you know. Like, I started paying rent and paying a car note like within months of each other, and it's still a bit overwhelming for me if I'm going to be like completely transparent with you all. So but you know, Houston, you gotta drive. Like there's no way around it. Even if though I work from home, I can't not have a car my whole, like, for a year or something. But I did hold off a couple of months. I'm happy I did. I think I got it at the right time, so I'm happy I didn't rush and get one. But that car note, y'all, God do it for me. But that car note, still, when they come out, I'll be like, like, I'm not used to it. My last car, I bought it outright, you know, used, like an very older used car. I bought it outright, so I'm just not used to a car note. Like, I never paid, this is my first time paying a car note. We gotta talk about the food. You know, the food in Houston, I've gained weight since I moved here, and I think that is a part of it. I do cook a lot, but I don't know, it's just, I'm such a foodie, and like, I love trying new food, and I love like exploring restaurants and things like that, and it has taken a toll on my waistline. Houston, you know, they're known for their food, very diverse, so many countries, ethnicities represented in Houston, so they have food for everyone, and like, the food is like, it's bomb. Like, you can't argue that. I'm trying to explore Houston's food scene more, because I feel like even though I do explore, I stick to things that I know, that I'm kind of familiar with, like some Thai places, Japanese, soul food, you know, Nigerian. Like, I want to try like Fat Eatery is in Katy. It's kind of close to me. I saw it on Houston Eater, and I've been hearing about it. What type of food is Fat Eatery? Oh my God, I can't remember. Is it Vietnamese or is it Thai? I'll put it on the screen. I can't remember, but I just want to try different like, you know, different cultures, foods like that I wouldn't just necessarily eat on an every week basis or every month basis. Like I want to go on my way to try different types of food, different, like, you know, different cultures. But the food in Houston is pretty good. In terms of food, I'm gonna give y'all a few of my faves, all right, thus far. I really like Lodge Bar. It's so ironic because it's like an American restaurant. I say I don't like American food, but like it's not something I necessarily crave, minus like soul food. But y'all, their crab dip, their bread that they give off as a starter, they're a little pricey. But I love Lodge Bar. Like I really like them. I like the aesthetic. The menu doesn't have that many stuff on it, but like it's everything. It tastes good. Like I like them. I like Izakaya High. They have good food, sushi. I like and their fried rice is good. And I also like Lucille's. I only been there twice, so let me be honest. When I went there for brunch, I wasn't crazy about it. But I really like when I went there for dinner. I really liked their fried chicken and the mashed potatoes, and the sauce they had with the fried chicken was really good. So Lucille's is good. It's always packed. You definitely need a reservation. The lines and get very, very crazy. But yeah, I'm still exploring the food scene. And lastly, finding a church home. All right. When I came here, first couple of weeks, I wasn't going to church. You know, I didn't have a car. I'm like, let me just relax. Let me not do too much. Let me stream church. We're still in the pandemic. And then I decided to start going to visiting churches like in March. So I started church hopping, y'all, and it's a struggle. And it's like looking for a man. Like no one is perfect. You'll never find the perfect man. You'll never find the perfect church. That's what I've come to realize. You know, I realized this years back. Like every church is going to be flawed. It's just that they need to be giving you most of what you're looking for. That's how I look at it. You need to feel comfortable when you go there. Feel like you're at home. Feel like, you know, you can really build community there. So I tried a bunch of places. I was, you know, some American places, some young adult churches, and I kind of decided I wanted to go to African church. I used to go to African church in Jersey, then I started going to American church, and there's good and bads of both, you know. I just felt like the worship and the praise in African church it's just different. I wanted that community. So I was going to some churches, y'all. So I won't name no names. Went to one church, everyone was passing out. I'm just like, I can't do this. This is too much for me. Like, I'm sorry. I believe in the Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, all of it. But like, I'm not coming to church on Sundays. People falling all over the place. Like, it's kind of scary. If you're gonna be honest, everyone catching Holy Ghost. Like, that's not what I'm coming to church for. Went to some places. I feel like they were too, you know, they cater more to like an older crowd, the message, just so many things you're looking for when you go to church. Honestly, it is overwhelming. Like I said, nowhere is perfect. But I think I have found my home church. I'm thinking about doing the couple of classes they need for you to become a member. Another thing too is like you go into a church is like you don't want to just be a number. Like for example, like these mega churches that are very big. I don't want to go to church. I don't know anyone. I can't. You know what I mean? Like you just walk in and walk out. Like you want to go to. I want to go to church where people actually know me. I actually know people. And like that's the thing I like about the church I decided to join is that like. A couple weeks ago, I walked there. I went to give my late offering, and someone stopped me like, "Oh, join this department. You're new." Da 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 da. Like, people actually notice you, even though that church is like big, like hundreds and hundreds of people. But you still can build a community within. You just have to join the department. Then the other day, someone like last Sunday, someone comes up to me, oh, I remember you. You're going to join this department, a different person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's good to go to church and have people you can actually, like, you know, reach out to. Like, people that actually know you. Like, you're just not another member. You're not just another number. You're just not another congregation member. So that was a struggle, but I think I made it. So I'm happy that I was able to decide on a church home that really, like, it was getting stressful. So I'm happy I was able to make that decision. But lastly, do I have any regrets? At the time, no. Only thing, like I said, I regret is honestly not coming to look at apartments before signing. I wish I would have seen my apartment and seen the location before signing, because like I said, I don't think I would have signed if I saw my apartment. No, I don't think I would have signed. So that's what I do regret, not looking at my apartment first. I could have just maybe came in February, found something and signed to move in March. I think I should have done that, to be honest. Just came like the month before, looked up places, then moved like the next month. But I just was, when you have that feeling, you just want to go. Like, I was just tired. I did not want to be in New Jersey anymore. I was just overwhelmed. I was just annoyed. I'm just like, I need to get out of here. Like, I've overstayed my welcome. So I did it, and it's not like it's the end of the world. I'm looking to move. I'm already here, so even if I move to another apartment, it's gonna be such an easier move. All my stuff is already here, so I'm trying to not even, I'm on the minimalist side. I don't have that many stuff, and I'm just trying to not accumulate any other stuff. I was trying to finish decorating my apartment this month, but since I made up my mind that I'm moving, I'm not buying any more stuff. I'm not worried about decorating. I'll do that all in my next apartment. Whatever I have now is how I'll just manage it. But if I was to regret anything, it's definitely that. And I will also say to close, moving, there's no perfect place. And we keep saying that in the comments and talking to people, and I think that, we have like our cute videos, Charlotte versus Raleigh, Houston versus this and that, Houston, and it's like people, like, there's no perfect place. Nowhere's gonna meet all your needs, nowhere's gonna be what you expected it to be. A lot of it really is your mindset, and you have to move for the right things. Like I said, the number one reason I left New Jersey is the weather. If New Jersey had Houston weather, honestly, I probably would still be there. I would probably just leave my mom's house and go get my own apartment. Like, I probably wouldn't have been so pressed. I really don't like cold weather. Like, I was talking to my friend, and I was telling them like my electric bill this week was like paid automatically, and it's $45. And they were like in shock. Like, I don't sleep with AC, and it's 100 degrees every day in Houston. I've never slept with AC in this apartment. Just to give an idea, like, I can take heat. I'm really cold adverse. I don't like cold weather whatsoever. So that was my biggest thing. But if I would have moved to Houston thinking, oh, I'm going to come to Houston, like, find a man, or I'm going to come to Houston and, like, glow up, or I'm going to come to Houston and have all these friends, like, I may have been disappointed. I may have had regrets, So I think it's very important, we have a lot of videos on relocating, moving to different cities. A lot of people are looking to move. Make sure you're moving for the right reasons. Make sure you're being realistic with your expectations with your move. Make sure you're not being, unrealistic. Make sure you're moving, not thinking your life is going to just change when you move. Start fixing your life or work on the things you don't like where you are now. Don't wait till that move 2 years ago to start going out to make friends, or to start building your social life, or to go find a church home, or to go do those things. And I understand at the point in my life, I was kind of thinking like that before I actually moved, but like, I had to get out of that thinking. Like, don't wait until you get something or you're somewhere to start living the life you want to live. Where you are now, do what you can do now. Like, it's not going to just be fixed because you move. It doesn't work that way. And I think that that's what I've really learned moving somewhere new, is that, like, if you don't like your life or you don't like the way things are, try to do things you can. It's not about just moving to a new city or moving to a new country. No, like, that may be a big part of it for some people, because there may be something maybe that's happening that that's based on where they are, that they can't really see past, or that's really hindering them from living the life they want to live. So I understand that ideology to an extent, but don't have in your mind that you're going to move somewhere and all your problems are going to be solved. That's childish. It doesn't work that way. But yeah, that's my 6-month update. Before y'all know, it'll be my 1-year update, and I will not be in this apartment for sure. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for the love you've been showing us recently. Please, please, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this type of content. We make videos every week, and we're going to start going live on a consistent basis, so we can just have more of a dialogue. We like to talk. We have a lot of people ask a lot of questions, and sometimes we can't answer everything in the comments or in videos. So we're going to start having live so we can engage with y'all more. But let me know what y'all think about my 6-month update, what really resonated with you, and let's finish this conversation down below in the comment section. Bye, y'all.